Howdy folks, it's Jonathan, your friendly dungeon master over here at Demon Dayz, an actual play podcast with a focus on fiends and the friends who play them. I wanted to come to you today with a bit of an announcement. We've upgraded our audio, and it sounds pretty awesome. I can't wait for you to hear it here in a moment. But first, I want to give a shout out and a thank you to Gordon McAlpin for not only doing the artwork for our show, but for joining us as a guest. He took some time out of his busy schedule to join us at the table, and we had a blast. And finally, I wanted to say thank you to ArcKnight, who've been the sponsors of our show since the very beginning. That's ArcKnight. They've provided the minis for our table, the maps for our table, and even those special little spell effects that I can't wait to use and show you guys when we get to them. And with that, let's get this show started.
Friends, fiends! When last we left our heroes, they turned in their bounty to the soldiers of Trost, then found themselves a cheap inn to unload their gear. After settling in, they embarked on a journey to find a strong drink. Now I can't argue with a strong drink. So pass me that barrel of ale behind the counter and sit your asses down to get ready for these Demon Days!
You exit the Heavenly Rest to find a gentle snowfall blanketing the city. There is not much wind to speak of, so it looks as if each snowflake is floating there, waiting to be captured or pushed aside. The moon is partially visible through the clouds, yet what can be seen is unusually bright. Despite the late hour, there is a healthy amount of activity within the city streets. People coming and going with no indication of settling down for the night. Either everyone is cutting loose, or the denizens of Lower Trost are simply night owls. According to the information given to you by the ever-so-awkward Yarvish, the Maiden of Storms is the best place to wait for payment for your recent bounty, and party it up while you're at it. The main street takes you through Vagabond Row, which is a sizable district of housing and commerce set aside for visitors to the city, as well as those looking to become full-fledged citizens. Given the a part of us but separate mentality, one might expect this to be a district full of squalor and crime. That's not the case, and the living conditions appear to be good, if a little sparse. If this is what's considered the bad part of town, then Trost might truly be a unique city. The streets are made of cobblestone and cleanly divide the district, making traversal and navigation relatively easy. All the buildings here within this area, and this level, have a Tudor-style facade and healthy construction. A decent amount of guards walk their beat, paying no mind to anyone in particular, but keeping a watchful eye out. They do glance in your direction and whisper to each other, but otherwise continue on their way. At the end of Vagabond Row is a gate and stone stairways leading up into the merchant town. 2 Trost soldiers guard the gate and eye you over for a solid minute before easing their stance and letting you pass. As you climb the tall stone stairway, the snowfall gets a little more frequent and a little bit heavier. It's not cold enough to withstand your infernal blood, so what bits of snow land on you evaporate quickly. You soon find yourself within a great sprawling commerce district. The architecture here is similar to Vagabond Row, albeit a bit more complex. The buildings here are taller and packed together much closer, giving the sprawling merchant district a crowded feel. You remember from Triss's rather curt description of the city that to the east of Merchant Town lies the Smithy's Anvil, and to the west lies the Crafter's District. No smoke emanates from the Smithy's Anvil, so it's safe to assume that the workday is almost done. It doesn't take you long from here to find the Maiden of Storms, as it is the tallest and grandest structure in the district. At first glance, you would be forgiven for mistaking the building for some kind of cathedral or basilica, with as many spires that reach up to the heavens and stained glass windows accentuating the elaborate architecture. Above the large entry leading into the structure is a massive stained glass art piece depicting a woman standing on a lone rock against a tumultuous ocean. A tumultuous ocean. You reach the entry...
Sorry.
Yeah.
That was a tongue twister.
It was. I have problems with those.
Very much so.
Tumultuous Ocean is my next band name.
Yeah.
Right.
You reach the entry to find that the large doors are a bit of an act, with a much more normal-sized doorway leading into the building. Lavish gold curved lettering above it claims that this place is the Maiden of Storms. You enter and discover that the place is as far from a religious experience as you can get. Or if this is your jam, it's probably the best religious experience you're ever going to get. The first thing you notice is that the place is jam-packed with people, all drinking and reveling in the moment. Some are dancing, some are fighting, and all are moving with an energy that's overwhelming. No wonder they call it the Maiden of Storms. After taking a second to acclimate to the bustle, you look around and notice that there are 4 stories above this main level, each a surrounding balcony that overlooks the main floor. And from this vantage point, you can see that each of those floors are jam-packed with people as well. Closest to you, and to the center of the main floor, is a large circular performance stage. And around that is a bar counter where fans of the entertainment can pull up a stool and enjoy their food and drink while getting a front row seat to the show. Despite the crowded nature of the bar, there are still plenty of stools available at the stage. On the stage, you can see someone prancing around, singing and jamming away on their lute with an almost obscene amount of vigor. Her voice is playful, melodious, and just flirty enough to put a little rose on your cheeks. She has light blue skin, dark blue hair and springy asymmetrical undercut, and a really long, pointed ears that curl back to the tips. Bright orange eyes compete with her bright white smile, and her low-cut blouse is the most sumptuous royal blue that puffs out from the skin-tight leggings and knee-high boots. A heart-shaped, sparkly opal necklace draws attention away from her eyes. Around her at key places on the stage are a violin, a cello, and an accordion. Also around the stage and close to the patrons are coin purses for tips. Beyond this enrapturing stage performance is the bar itself, a much larger ordeal than you're used to in most taverns. A handful of bartenders help the throngs of customers ordering food and drink, all moving with a speed and grace that's hypnotic to the senses. There's no door blocking it off, and you understand why as you see a river of staff passing through to complete their order. You take your seat over at the performance stage next to a dwarf who seems to be enraptured by the performance. And at this point, Gordon, I'll have you describe your character to the group.
That's a good question.
What do I look like?
So, Bramran Stonebreaker. I guess you don't actually know my name yet. So
No.
I am gonna get a little racist here, I guess, and say I look like a dwarf. I'm average height for a dwarf, stocky, little on the older side, graying temples, but dark brown hair, brown eyes, brown skin. Sort of nondescript, and all you can see is that I've probably been in a few fights. There's a few scars on me, and I'm wearing a blacksmith apron because I'm a blacksmith.
And yeah, you all take the seats available, which are right next to him.
Excuse me, Smithy, can you bump down one? We're trying to get 4 stools together, and you've got there's 3, and then there's one on the other side, and we would,
All right, I grumble a little, but I slide down without saying a word.
Thank you.
I grunt.
I am going to buy him a drink, because that was really nice of him. What would you like?
Take an ale.
Cool. 2 ales, please.
You reach up and signal one of the staff who comes scurrying over. A shorter human female, she takes your order and runs off with a speed that's kind of surprising.
I'm curious what fire was in her pants.
What?
I said I'm curious what fire was in her pants if she ran away so quickly.
I think it's just busy, you know?
So yeah, you are in for the show and getting your drinks, and you've just met someone who you've inconvenienced.
This is still, we haven't had a chance to rest, right? This is still, we landed at the inn.
You landed at the
Came
inn,
here.
yes. You're waiting for your reward. They said that within the next hour or so, they were going to get that to you. They just had to process it.
Got it.
So essentially, you're going to where, the hot spot of the city where most people tend to go, so.
So this is not the place that had that guy that I was hitting on.
He is the one he recommended. He was not allowed to go with you, though.
Ah, I see. Okay.
But he didn't say he couldn't go with you. He just kind of was like, oh, yeah, I'll see y'all later.
She's
and
a
then just-
man-eater.
And then just hung back. I mean, I'm sure he's hopeful you'll return. But yeah, you find yourselves in a moment of
Peace.
peace and relaxation.
Peace is a lie. So what kind of show is this? What are we watching? What are we gonna watch?
Well, you've got a bard playing their tunes up on the stage, dancing around.
Aggressively bard sexual?
Yes, aggressively bard sexual. The music is electric, active.
It's
and
electric.
God. Sit down. I'll order a mead.
You raise your hand up to flag someone down, and someone's there immediately. The service here, despite the packed bar, is prompt.
Is it too prompt?
No, I mean, this isn't like the haberdashery where they all just killed everyone.
Okay, that's good.
Knives out. Let's do this.
Going, what is
No.
too prompt?
Do they seem unnaturally fast?
They seem really good at their job for
Okay.
a really busy place. Yeah. they are in this to keep their jobs.
I think we might have been traumatized a little bit by the haberdashery.
A little. A little gun shy, not gonna lie.
But yeah, so they go get your drink, and your Lisa, your drinks appear. The person hands them off, bows, and disappears in the crowd of people.
Whoa, cool.
Well, after you pay them, of course.
Hey, friend, here's your drink.
I mumble something in Dwarvish. Thanks.
So maybe you should ask him his name. I whisper to Lisa.
Oh, yeah. I'm Lisa. What's your name?
Stonebreaker. Bramran Stonebreaker.
Cool. And you're a blacksmith, I see.
And a mason.
Whoa, that's stereotyping, Lisa.
He's wearing a blacksmith apron. If he was like, wow, are you a monk? I would not be bothered because I'm in freaking robes. Lord.
With a name like Stonebreaker, my first thought would have been Mason, but you're both, you say?
Yes. Metal and stone doesn't matter to me. It's all earth.
Well, what the hell? I'll ask it. Do you have a shop here in town? I'm assuming.
A grunt.
I've been looking for. Well, look, we just got to town, but I'm eager to find a place to do some crafting myself. If there's any space available, my medium is glass blowing, but I don't know if
I think we could fit you.
Okay.
If you want to borrow an oven for a day, kiln,
I'd be very grateful for it.
whatever the word is. I
It'd be a
didn't actually
kiln.
do that much research into blacksmithing.
It's a forge.
It's forged.
It's a forge,
Forge.
and the glass is a
Well, yeah, but I don't know what is that what glass blowers use too?
Yes.
Yep.
I know they need it at lower temperatures.
They use
but-
kilns, yeah.
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 So, Bramran, the place where you do work, your smithing, does have a kiln. They're not open at the moment. I mean, the reason why you're here is you're done with work, so.
Right.
Oh, so he
Right.
doesn't own the smithy?
No, you don't, but I don't know if you tell them that or not.
Do you own the smithy? We passed one on the way here. Is that yours?
No, I'm. I just work there.
While they're all amusing themselves with the dwarf, I'm gonna get my journal out
Okay.
and I'm just gonna write in Trost for a few days. Let me know if I can help with anything,
Okay.
and then I'll put it back.
Cool. You don't see anything in the journal just yet.
Barkeep, whiskey.
You hear, right away, sir. And the person scurries back into the crowd.
Is the service always this good? Do you come here a lot? Who's the lady on the stage?
Our friend is
get to meet a lot of
Our,
people.
our friend is very inquisitive.
eager and inquisitive.
I've never been to a place like this before.
I kind of stammer a little and say, "The music's okay."
Well, you seemed into it. I don't know.
I kind of blush a little and stare at my drink.
I mean, dude, she's cute. I get it.
And almost as if on cue, you happen to hear the music get a little louder, and you see the performer kind of strumming away at their lute, but she's staring at both of you, and just kind of gives both of you, in her way, a wink, and then goes back to prancing around the stage.
I nudge Lisa with my elbow a little bit, and just
Am I supposed to do something?
nod my head up and kind of give her a little ironic wiggle of the eyebrow. She's noticing you.
Well, yeah, I'm the only one with really tall horns.
Maybe she likes that.
You're not wrong.
Maybe she could come over and caress them for you all nice and sweetly.
Wow.
And as you guys are listening to the performance and making awkward banter with each other, if someone wants to roll a perception check with someone to help for advantage.
I'll roll.
I'll roll as well.
I would be looking around.
Okay, yeah. If everyone wants to do it, then
You
cool.
don't. Here, I'll just give you advantage. You go ahead and roll.
No,
Like
everyone.
He was gonna tell us.
Everyone
I'll
insists.
give you advantage.
Okay.
busy
my
looking
best
at
friend
fun
is
things.
abandoning me here.
He's nobody's.
So I'm
Oh.
getting a new best friend in the name of Lisa.
Oh, well.
Nat
20.
20.
All right.
There you go.
I got a 12.
12? Okay, what does everyone else get?
10.
10?
I gave her advantage.
You gave her advantage? Cool. Gordon, did you roll?
I did not because I was trying to see if there was a way to do it directly in D&D Beyond, but
There
no.
isn't.
Nope, not yet.
Okay, so it was a perception check, wisdom.
Yeah, just
Not
a
that it
perception check.
matters.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got a 13.
13? Cool.
Which with the nat 20, I'd be at 33.
Yeah, something like that.
Damn.
Yeah, you happened to see the person who kind of gave you that brief and curt overview of the city, Triss Verdant. She walks into the bar and kind of gives a really deep and heavy scowl. I mean, any heavier and her face would fall to the floor. She arrives kind of shoves people aside and just kind of starts to scan for you guys. I don't think she's noticed you quite yet. Let me roll myself. She hasn't noticed you yet. My first roll was pretty bad. So she's looking for you guys, and you do notice that she is kind of eagerly searching around.
Uh-oh. We've, our lovely friend has come looking for us 10 o'clock by the door.
She's probably got our money, right?
I hope so. I kind of raise my hand.
Okay. She scans for a little bit.
Do a motion like I'm throwing something at her.
Okay. She flinches a little bit, but then starts to make her way to you.
I just start, like, I'm literally cracking up at that.
It works. It works almost all the time.
Just tossing things at people. So yeah.
Or
Triss,
not, just making the motion of whoosh.
Triss has a really difficult time getting to you guys, whether it's just she's not as acclimated to big groups or the fact that you guys are all tiefling and it's a little bit easier to push through people because they'll just make way. It takes her a bit to squeeze through all the crowd to get to
Maybe
you.
if she stopped just shoving people around, people would...
She gets there, seems a little...
Smile gets you a long way, Triss.
She arrives just as you say that. I know.
She wasn't
Oh my
supposed to
God.
hear that.
I really... Oh, God. No, I'm not going to say it.
Triss,
Oh, wait, I am going to say it. You'd be a lot prettier if you smiled.
why? I don't know why. Triss, lovely to
I'm
see
sorry,
you
I
again.
just had to say it.
Yes, let's get this over with because I want to be out of here as fast as possible.
Yes.
Do you want a drink?
Absolutely not.
No? It might help.
I'm just fine, thank you very much.
I mean, joining the revelry, some loosening up might
She looks
be
as
good
if
for you.
if she stayed here any longer, she might just die. She's just not enjoying this at all. She brings out 2 sacks of coins for you guys. For the human brigand known as Kexel Brent, the Storm Empress offers 75 gold. That's that bag right there. She points.
I walk over to
Pick
her
that
and I
up.
just throw my arm around her shoulders and be
She
like,
tenses. She tenses.
You're really tense, friend.
For the drow known as Lestat Balkan, the Storm Empress offers 200 gold. It's that pouch right there.
Pick that one up as well.
I just lay my head on her shoulder a little bit.
And she kind of dodges it off a little bit. And now I leave you, and may the Storm Empress bless you with fair weather. And just makes a break for it.
Thank you.
Hopefully see you again.
She is not a fan of crowds, apparently.
You happen to, at this time, to notice that the music has stopped, whether from changing from one song to the next, but there's a long silence between the next bit of music happening. You all look up and happen to see the singer just kind of crouched down, basically in front of all of you, eyeing you all. So you've come into some money, I see.
Yes, we have. Go away.
Piss off.
Oh, okay. These look like people who want to have some fun.
Piss off. Piss off.
None of this money is for you. We can pay you and tip you elsewhere.
Oh, no, that's, you misunderstand. She points to all the other sacks of coins on the stage. I'm fine with that. I like your look. And yes, even you, the dwarf. She kind of winks at him, too. But you guys look like you could use some fun.
I mean, I am a lot of fun.
But anyways, I mean, it's up to you. I got another song to play. I'll see you around. She hops up. The next track just goes. And
Lisa, that was your chance. Okay.
Stonebreaker. You liked her though, right?
Her music.
Uh-huh. And what do you think she meant
I'm
by
beginning to think that my
fun?
semi-monosyllabic character choice may have been a bad one.
Live your greatest truth. You're good. You're good with us.
I don't. Social cues are not my thing. It doesn't. You could have many syllables or just one, and it's fine.
I think he might have been more like off-put and crushing on you than...
Oh, cool.
Yusuf, you'll keep that pocketed away until we get back somewhere safer to divvy it up.
Actually, I was just gonna. I mean, we can. Yeah.
Not
actually,
here.
I'm probably not the best person to hang on to it.
I'm happy to do it.
No.
I think, I mean...
I take out the 75 gold pouch and I take out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Feder
7.
would probably
And
have
I
the
put it
most
into
pockets.
The bag with the 200 gold.
uh-huh.
I hand that to you, and then I close the other one and I put that one in my bag.
Okay. And yeah.
I just want to just do a perception check in the bar for who all is just staring at us. in our
Advantage.
Okay.
Big bag
Sure,
of money.
sure. You can do that, yes.
Yeah, okay. Shit, man. 10.
I'm kind of doing the same thing.
Okay. What is your number?
Advantage. I'll give you advantage.
Let's see. My perception, 13.
Yeah, no one's giving you any mind as far as you can see. Everyone's so busy, just like this place is packed, and it's just enough to hear yourself think. And you guys are kind of at the front row seat of Performance Central, so yeah. If anyone paid attention to you in the beginning, it was in a way that was like, oh, they look weird, and on.
I want to, in like the classic Assassin's Creed, like foosh. I do want to essentially hide myself.
Okay.
And then sleight of hand to divvy the coins out, and then put them in front of the two
Sure,
girls.
go ahead.
The hide is a 23. The sleight of hand
Lisa, keyword door, friend busy.
is 14.
So what else is there to do for fun around here, Stonebreaker?
Yep.
I don't do too much besides work and drink.
Drinking can be a lot of fun, though.
Also a lot of work.
You get a pretty solid laugh out of him. It's the loudest noise you've heard him make all night.
So he has a sense of humor.
Of course,
Good.
he's a dwarf.
Good.
So
Quiet, I'm not an idiot.
I kind of point to him like and nod. Yep.
You and Yusuf will get along really well. He's also super quiet and not very dumb.
So I slide
Thank you.
69 gold pieces.
He just kind of
to
turned my head and had
Taslin
this look.
and Lisa. Children, you absolute goddamn children.
Feder, just repeat that again.
65.
I hand you 69 gold pieces
69.
apiece.
Okay.
So what did you roll on for your stealth?
23.
Or for these sleight of hand checks, just out of curiosity.
The sleight of hand was 14.
Okay. What is my passive perception?
Oh, he's going to try and see you.
No. No. It's my passive perception is 12, and I'm not making any special effort to pay attention to anybody besides the music. I was just curious if I noticed it.
Nope. Not even the bard up on stage, who's been very interested in you guys, and you get the sense that she keeps looking your way. Not if you want to roll like an insight on that. It seems, she's very interested in you guys.
15.
15.
I got an 11.
Despite her efforts, she's giving off a very FOMO nature of it. She sees some cool people, and she's trying to stay close to you guys.
Does it seem like sinister? Or
No, not at all. But she's giving off a strong energy, like a strong vibe that is not necessarily the most. That was pretty abrasive. The song ends, and as you guys are sitting there enjoying your beverages, the woman stands taller on stage and says, "Thank you, everyone, for listening to my performance. I am done for the evening, and I shall commence in partying with all you fine people. This has been Barney, the Barnacle Fenlaw. I hope to get in some compromising positions with all y'all." And she hops off the stage and starts to mingle. And for a little while, you do lose her in the crowd.
I stand up, finish off my beer, and kind of dust off my apron and start heading for the door.
Oh, where are you going? I thought we were friends.
Why are we doing this? Why?
Show's over. Going home.
I want to find out the people that Lisa likes. That's why we're doing this.
Where would I be able to find you tomorrow, friend?
Oh, I pull out a card, and I assume calling cards were a thing. So I pull out a calling card for the shop that I work at, and
I will have that
hand
for
it
you in
to-
1 second.
You're ahead of the time.
In a world with mage hand and block printing, you could rubber stamp a whole bunch of them.
Yeah.
Absolutely, business cards.
It's a stone card. It's like the heaviest shit you own. We're going to go Flintstones on that shit.
Yeah. I chiseled it myself.
You see a hammer, anvil, and a giant flame, and with the title on it, The Flame Strike.
Smart. What time do you open?
I'll be there at dawn.
Oof. Fair enough. No, it's true. You start working late so you don't have to work when the sun's high. I get it. I'll probably come see you tomorrow.
Bramran, roll a perception check.
Okay. 12.
You notice it as it's happening, but suddenly Barney appears next to you. and puts her arm around your shoulder. I've seen you here quite a bit, my friend.
I kind of stand up straight and stammer a little and say, enjoy your music.
Thank you very much. It's always nice to have a fan. How about this? I want to buy you and your new friends some beer, some
Maybe
ale.
he's just not used to being hit on.
How about that? I would love to just shoot the shit. I'm bored out here, and I need to get some party on. So come here. And she kind of starts to scooch you a little bit. You can choose if you want to resist it, but she's starting to kind of... I mean, she's not stronger than you, but...
He's not resisting, but he is kind of... He's kind of like dragging him through molasses.
Let's wait a little bit. See how this plays out.
But he's not resisting.
She gets you back to your seat and takes a hop up on the stage and just kind of sits against it with her feet dangling off. She gives a nice little smile, wrinkly nose smile over to Feder. It's like nods. Yo.
I pay her no mind.
Cool. She also kind of looks at all you.
Aggressively pay her.
Like purposely looking in the opposite direction.
Yeah. She kind of dangles her feet a little bit and kind of kicks them around. You guys are new here. I know that no one else here gives a shit, but I'm a little hard up for entertainment, which is ironic because I'm an entertainer. I wanted to hang with you guys.
I just kind of lean back against the bar, pop my elbows up, and just stare at her.
So thaumaturgy is a thing that people do. Feder's eyes just drop to like the darkest pits just infernal void.
I lean over to Lisa and I whisper, I don't think Feder likes her very much.
Listen, Barney,
She's coming on a little strong.
this is all a bit aggressive,
I mean, you do too sometimes.
and you really
I don't know better.
don't want to hang out with us. Okay?
Fair enough. Just figured if you're all new here.
Thank you.
She sits there for a moment.
Awkward.
Yeah, just
Very.
dead quiet. Just enforcing the silence.
She doesn't say anything, but she pulls out some paper from within her blouse, takes a nick out of her thumb because she doesn't have a pen with her, starts to write something on it, and
My kind of person.
tosses it to Lisa, and then gives Bramran a little bit of a squeeze. I'll be over at those night fights if you want to spice up your evening.
Night
And she
fights?
steps night fights.
Night fights.
I thought he said knife as well. I was
Yeah.
like, there's knife fighting?
So is
knife
this-
fights.
She hops at this point, just hops off the stage, kind of gives another glance back, and then starts heading for the door.
I'm kind of like, wait,
But she hears that. She turns around. What?
what are these night fights? Is this like at night or are they actual nights?
Yeah, no, they're the night fights. It's nighttime right now. I'm going to watch a bunch of people beat the shit out of each other. Probably, join in too, and we're gonna get sauced and fight, and then
Is there prize money?
Oh,
sure,
no.
if you want.
You want to go, Lisa?
Do you?
Yeah, a little bit.
Her eyes just start to brighten.
I look at Feder and I'm just like,
Where's your sense of fun, boys?
I'm gonna let it on the table for y'all. I'm going to watch a bunch of people punch each other, probably get sauced, get into a little handsy-feelsy with a bunch of people, and
I
go
nudge
to a
Lisa.
spa after this. So if you want to have a night of fun, you follow me. I know my way around here. You're coming too, dwarfy man, right? Bramran, was it? And she kind of winks at you.
I look extremely hesitant. Like I have next to no interest in going to see the night fights whatsoever. But I am mildly interested in kind of being in the vicinity of this bard.
when things get touchy-feely.
Well, okay, I just like to put some context on there. It does not look creepy or sexual at all. It is almost fanboyish.
So I'm going to hook my arm with Lisa's arm.
And I'm gonna grab Bramran.
Yeah, and I was like, and we're just going to, I was going to grab Bramran, but you could do it. So hook arms. She wraps her arm around his shoulder.
Feder with my other arm.
You don't have 3 arms,
Feder.
sweetie.
Oh yeah, you hooked me. With my tail.
Does she have 3 arms?
I do have 3 arms.
And for now, the
I
biggest
just,
twist of the evening.
Poke you with my tail.
Yeah,
And
okay.
I just kind of take a hop, skip.
Feder, you your journal gets a bit warm as you sense a response.
Yeah.
If you want me to write it down for you, or I can just tell it to you.
Well, Yeah, write it down for me just so I can.
Okay.
Do I see
keep a
this?
record of it.
You don't see this. It's
Okay.
He's got something on his person that
His cell phone's on silent. It's buzzing in his pocket.
All right, I was just saying.
I also think you're a little distracted by the lady that just wrapped her arm
Sure,
around
yeah.
you.
You guys are steering me directly away from him, so.
Okay, sure, fine. Yusuf,
Yeah?
just so we don't get weirdly separated in this town full of Asimar.
What? Split the party? No.
He downs his drink in one go.
Same.
Like, you see, he just pours it and sets it down.
Lisa's gonna give a big woo!
Oh, so you're gonna be the woo girl now?
Got woo girls.
I was totally the woo girl last session, so now you are gonna be the woo girl.
This is like the biggest city I've ever been in, guys. I'm so excited.
Whoa, White Betty. Bam-a-lam.
Okay. Feder, here you go. I'm handing you the note. Don't look at it, anyone else.
Now, Yusuf, she's gonna fight, yeah? That's inevitable. She's gonna do the thing.
I mean, yes.
I mean,
I'm guessing so, because she doesn't need weapons. And she's probably going to win. The question is, are we going to bet on it?
Are you guys whispering this to each other or saying it out loud?
No, we're saying it out loud. It's just like, I mean, it's a crowded bar.
Do I hear them?
Yeah. If they're not being quiet,
Okay.
Barney also hears. It's punches. It's fist fights.
She'll probably win.
no, I wouldn't. See,
She looks at herself.
Yusuf,
I go to get slapped up a bit. I don't necessarily win these things. Come on, let's go. It'll be fun.
Jesus, wear it on a fucking plaque around your neck. God damn. All right.
I have a feeling most of the people she wants to know already know.
Yeah. Well, all right.
You guys all follow her out?
Oh God. I'm gonna turn into Lisa, the accidental dom.
Sometimes shit happens. It's not our fault. Other times it is.
Unless there's any objections, you guys exit the bar. Bramran in tow.
I mean, I'm skipping, kind of like
Oh, yeah.
yellow brick road, kind of skipping.
Oh, his poor little legs.
Who is all linked arm?
I am not arm linked.
Okay.
I think
I am
it's just
walking
me
with-
and Lisa, and then
And
Lisa
Bram.
has her arm around Bramran.
Bramran?
And her tail around Feder, apparently.
Okay,
No, I just poked him a lot to annoy him.
cool. Yeah, you guys exit back out into the chilly winter night sky, and you notice that Barney is already prancing her way down out of the Maiden of Storms, giving hugs and kisses out to random people on the street.
Called it.
Surprisingly, everyone takes these gestures in good spirits, and you get the sense that a lot of people within this district are familiar with the antics of the Barnacle.
I am going to let everybody get a little ahead of me, and I just want to check my journal really quick.
Sure. Yeah, as they're traveling along, you check your journal. While you're doing that, you're still keeping an eye ahead because she just has not stopped moving, and you guys are all having to keep up. Despite all those distractions, she's moving at a fast clip, so you just kind of have your book open and you're glancing at it as you try not to lose them.
For our podcasting friends, should I read what the message says? What
You
do
can
think?
share it with a character if you want.
We will not meta knowledge.
I know you won't. I trust you all so much.
But I also think it's been really good bonus material.
That's
It is.
true. Yeah, maybe you should just save it for the...
Sure. Yeah, I'll do that.
It's a fun little message.
So
Yeah, everybody tune in to the
Subscribe.
bonus material.
Yeah.
Subscribe to our podcast.
Subscribe to the podcast.
and then you can know what the message said.
So yeah, eventually on your guys' travel down the street, Barney pivots from using the main streets of Merchant Town and starts weaving through the numerous alleyways, never losing that skip in her step. Despite the more cramped nature of Merchant Town, it's still easy within these alleys to stay oriented with the main street and not get too lost. Helps that you can still see the topmost spires of the Maiden of Storms from wherever you are, and you're never too far from exiting any said alley. Quite an interesting design, and if you weren't inebriated a little bit, you might spend more of your mental faculties on the matter. Barney stops abruptly in front of a decent-sized warehouse and runs up to the entrance. She runs her hands along the doorframe and surrounding wall, looking for something. Anything. She starts to mutter under her breath. She's feeling every nook and cranny of the doorway, the entryway, and just anywhere around the wall. She's looking for something, and she's doing this, and it's taking her a few minutes.
Looks like she's looking for some sort of trap or trigger. Can I do a investigation for
Yep.
that?
Advantage.
13.
You definitely recognize the thing that she's doing, Feder, as looking for a cant of some kind. You do notice what she's looking for, and it looks more like someone's made up marking being like, hey, here. Like someone in their boredom has probably come up with their own cipher for something to let them know where things are. And there's a good chance it's probably Barney who did that. She eventually finds it much later than you do.
First rule of Fight Club is you leave your mark.
And she goes, hot damn, I found it. Cool, this is it. And she starts to, she bursts through the door. She just kicks it down with kind of a heave-ho.
Can she please be wearing purple clothes with green polka dots?
With green polka dots?
Oh no, I see what you're doing. No, she is blue. She is blue. It is not that Barney.
But I am very curious about what her pants look like.
They're like tight leather pants, yeah.
Tight leather pants.
Yeah.
Any inscribing or
No, just stitched
anything
together.
on them?
Yep.
Okay.
Nothing too special. It's mainly the blouse that's very just rich blue, and just she gives off this very blue vibe. Not sad, but just
Like dabba-dee dabba-die.
yep, dabba-dee dabba-die. As she bursts through the door, she gets grabbed by the neck by a pale-skinned Goliath with one eye. Where there should be the other eye is skin grafted over with a tattoo of another eye. At first, the encounter looks menacing, but then she kicks the Goliath in the nuts, and he drops her. And then they start laughing their asses off. And she looks back to you guys. Oh, right.
Oh, boy.
You'll have to pardon me. Just had to make sure. I mean, he makes sure that no one gets in who shouldn't be in there. She pats the Goliath, who's still kind of tenderly rubbing his bits, trying to recover. He's like, hey, you'll be fine. Come on in, everybody. And she zips inside. The Goliath does a long blink and then tilts his head. Yes, go ahead. Fine. And you get in.
You all right?
Oh, it's happened enough. I'll live. You guys make your way inside of the warehouse, and it's sparse, save for a few crates along the far walls, and toward the middle is a makeshift ring around which a dozen people mill about, passing money back and forth, cursing at their misfortunes. It would appear, as you guys have suggested, it's an illicit fighting ring of some kind, and a match has just ended. The victor is a tall, thick, bald, muscular Aasimar woman with white stars, face painted around her eyes. The loser was a half-orc male, and a few of the people nearby have difficulty dragging his unconscious ass out of the place to revive him.
I would like to use my criminal background.
Sure.
And just kind of case the joint, who's in charge, who's passing money along. If there's an obvious face like a bookie, who is actually watching that bookie? Like, who's the actual... Because there's going to be like the money person, and then there's probably someone who actually owns or runs the place that is not transacting. You know what I mean? So
I would say, yeah, do for this an investigation check on that with advantage.
Okay. 18.
18? That's the weird thing about this. As you look around, you case the joint as everyone's settling up their bets, engaging with each other, and dealing with like end of the fight come down. You don't see anyone who seems to be in charge. You see groups of people, maybe 2 or 3 per group, passing money back and forth amongst each other, some getting into heated arguments. This looks very small and very personal. As you're kind of looking around, Barney's getting into the moment. She's really excited about this. But she does turn back to you, realizing that she hasn't told you anything about this place. She says, one of the great hypocrisies of this blasted place is the stance on fighting for fun and profit. You know, it turns out the mighty Mikola really frowns on that sort of thing. Something about the Storm Lord favoring the glory of the battlefield or whatever the fuck. Me, I like getting real sauced and watching these big muscular dumb shits fight. And yeah, revs the engine, something fierce. But anyway, there's no bookies here or anything. If we organized even just a smidge more than this, we'd have a bunch of stormwalkers putting us in shackles and sending us to the depths. You just kind of have to make the bets with whoever you fancy. And if you get caught cheating, it's between you two. No one gives a shit. Deal with it. And most importantly, have some fun. Let off some steam.
So is this the only thing that revs your engines?
Honey, there's plenty that revs my engine.
I mean, I just look at Yusuf and be like, it's just exhausting, right? You know what I mean? Like, live your truth. I don't mind it, but...
Who do you happen to fancy?
She thinks for a little bit. Well, I mean, most people.
That tracks.
I feel a little disappointed.
I nudge Lisa a little bit.
I thought this was going to be real fighting.
It is real fighting. It's just the stakes aren't high, which is good for these people. They're
and
not.
People don't die.
Yeah, they're not like you.
What's the point?
She turns to you, Lisa. You can't tell me that you haven't wanted just to hit somebody a bunch of times and then just see what happens?
They die. That's the part I like.
What if they don't have to?
What's the point?
What? They died? That's the part I like?
It's interesting.
But then she gets to inspect their body if they die.
Is there a bar here?
Barney is like, well, we came from one, but she kind of reaches back behind her satchel and tosses a flask to you, Yusuf. There's some. It's strong.
Lands. I'm like, open it up, sniff it.
It's strong.
What is it? Is it ale?
It's a liquor of some kind. You'll have to roll a constitution for it.
It's poison.
I'm not interested in that. Like, no thanks.
She takes it back, takes a big swig. Let's see what happens.
She's
fine.
Federal hand you a flask of his that he has.
Let's take a little swig and hand it back.
I'll take one as well.
Thank you.
Barney's like, if any of you want it, it's there. It'll knock you on your ass. How about you, dwarf? You guys are known for your drinking. She kind of eyes you up. Do you want some of this good stuff?
Kind of shrug. I'll drink it.
All right. Roll a constitution saving throw.
I have advantage against poison if that's relevant.
I mean,
It might not be poison.
it's not poison.
I got a 14.
Well, technically, all alcohol is poison.
Yeah. For that route. Yeah, technically that.
True. But
Way to
I
bring
rolled a
reality
14.
crashing
If I need to roll with
Trying to
advantage.
give my man advantage. That's all I'm trying to do.
Yeah. You're fine with the roll. That thing is strong. It burns as it goes in, and you feel like one bad drink of that, and you could just be in for a rough morning the next day.
Take another sip.
Roll the constitution.
Damn.
And Barney
Ooh.
is delighted with this.
Oh, okay. This one didn't do so hot. I got 6.
6?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ouch.
The burn doesn't quite go away as it goes down your throat, and your head starts to swim a little bit. For probably the next hour or so, I'd say you'll roll any checks with disadvantage that involve perception or acrobatics, things like that. But yeah, it's you feel it, and the room starts to swim a bit. Let's see if Barney actually notices that. No, she doesn't notice the effects happening to you, but you're getting kind of a little bit of a sweat on you too.
Okay.
You're like, that one hits you hard.
Does he stagger at all?
Is this magical or?
No magic.
Okay.
This is just
So it's just liquor.
It's just some hard ass liquor, yeah.
Okay. I kind of smile.
You all see the dwarf smile a little bit, and if you're paying attention, he kind of shifts a little bit on his feet. You sense that his footing is not as sure as before.
All right. Glad I passed on that.
So who? Barney pops in to interrupt you. So are any of you interested in fighting? I want to see someone fight, and it's just kind of whoever wants to get in that ring. You know what? You're a big guy. What's your name?
Yusuf.
Yusuf. Cool. I'm gonna call you Yusuf. That'll work.
I mean, that would be handy because
Yeah.
it's my name. I just introduced myself.
Yes, it is. That is your name. Anyway, I think you would be cool to fight someone in here. Oh, maybe you and the pretty little monk. I've always heard that monks are quite badass when it comes to fighting. You know, I'd put some money on it.
You talking if we fought each other?
I don't want to fight him.
No?
No. He's my friend.
That is just. She almost can't even believe you said that. That's not even a thing. Friends fight. Enemies fight. That's how you know people.
There is some logic in that, but I've seen her fight, so I already know her.
I want to. We're not leveled yet, are we? Or are we going to do that after tonight?
You're technically leveled. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm going to use Ear for Deceit for the purists and see if she's lying at all about this whole thing.
The whole thing? Okay.
Yeah, just the that's their way. Blah, blah, blah. She's not trying to manipulate us. 15.
Advantage.
Okay. Advantage?
21.
Yeah, I mean, everything she said is on the up and up. You get the sense that this is a little bit different than how bigger cities like Sky Point or any of them do it. There's a lot more illicit activity, a lot more, there's more underground activity. There's
Right.
more mob bosses, so to speak, more crime lords and things like that running things. This is just a lot of people letting off some steam.
Okay.
And it's surprising in that it's more good-natured than you'd expect it to be.
They're the street fighters with a heart of gold.
They'll help you walk. They'll walk old ladies across the street, and then beat the shit out of each other after.
Barney, and you say you enjoy a bit of the fisticuffs as well?
Oh, sure. I mean, I've woken up some mornings in one of these warehouses with a bit of a bruise, a lot of bruising actually, but I got some mending for that and healing.
Lysa, my dear friend.
Yes.
Would you have any interest in having a go at our good new pal Barney here, who's so excited about these fights?
I believe in you.
Oh, I think I could take her. I don't know how to not kill people when I fight.
So when you think that they're about to die, you stop.
You hear Bramran laughing in the back.
Maybe just yell, okay?
Yusuf just kind of bows his head in his hand and just kind of starts shaking it back and forth.
So,
Barney kind of walks up to you. Well, we could just use something like a safe word, maybe.
There it is.
It's just right out front,
Bramran starts muttering about everybody fighting under his breath. He's pretty wasted now. He's just like fucking fighting all the time.
I have a question.
Clear, consensual communication, it's important, but it's just, it's very aggressive,
I have a question.
Yes.
If I fight her, do you think she'll go home with Bran?
Oh,
Maybe
perhaps.
she might get turned on more and then want to go home with you.
I don't want her to go home with me. She's weird.
Okay.
I feel like it'd be really confusing.
So are you worried she'll go home with Bramran because you don't
Babies. You're all babies to me.
you don't want a weirdo going home with him?
No, I'm trying to help a brother out.
I'm 250 years old, you zygotes.
Oh my God. Oh, there's 2. What are we up to? 3?
We are not doing the snort tracker this session.
not
We did it last session.
Just in our
I
heads.
think we should do a woo counter.
All right, if you guys think it's a good idea, I'll fight her.
I'm going to go ahead and throw this out there that I don't think it's a good idea, but my opinion means very little in this sense.
Barney, how confident are you in your abilities?
I'm betting on Gazelle here.
That feels like a conflict of interest.
Yeah, that seems very odd.
Well, where's the fun of money if you can't spend it or lose it?
Yeah,
So
but it's
you're
such
betting
an-
on her to win against you.
Yeah, she's betting against herself.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
With whom?
I don't know.
The universe.
I'm
that
not betting.
requires 2 people.
Yeah, I'm not betting.
That is a good point.
Because I know.
What about you guys? Look, I'll give you guys 100 gold.
I'll throw
if,
money
if
down
I
on
lose.
Lisa.
Gold is so much more. I don't know. You promised us a very good time, Barney. And I admit I was resistant at first, but sure. Let's have a damn good time. So, let's do this.
You only live once, Fetter.
Hopefully not.
So, if you were to win, how about I give you my clothes and you take yours? We'll switch outfits.
Switch outfits.
It's a very nice suit.
My face just kind of wrinkles, and I kind of look between the two of them a little too fast. My head kind of bobbing a little bit.
That's an exciting
Everyone swing
night
in
for
one
everyone,
direction.
right? Me prancing around.
You live your truth, Fetter.
Interesting.
Yusuf pulls his head out of his hand. Very confused.
I don't know.
look on
We all
his
wanted
face.
a nice time. We all wanted fun. Let's make this interesting.
I have questions. Do you want this outfit, the one I'm wearing?
Possibly. I don't know. I'm just trying to. Gold is. We have gold. You have gold.
I think you look
I
quite
get what you're
stunning
saying.
in the suit.
I get what you're saying.
Let's get weird.
Let's get weird.
You wanted weird, Barney. Let's get weird.
Okay. All right.
That's weird. That's definitely
it's-
weird.
This never goes well.
I'm in possession currently of a murder weapon from a serial killer recently caught.
Yeah, let's just announce that. Smart idea.
Fascinating. Okay. All right.
You know what I mean? Weird. Let's get weird. Who needs gold? The shirt, the pants. You've got a cute necklace on. I don't know. Let's make this interesting.
Okay. She's gonna roll an insight.
What if you bet your lute, or whatever instrument she was playing? Was it
Yeah.
a lute? Yeah. What if you bet your lute and Fetter? What if you bet that journal you're always writing in?
For what? For Alyssa to win?
Yeah.
Less interested in the loot, maybe the necklace?
Done. She says.
So Lissa wins. I get the necklace.
Sure.
All right. Let's do it.
Just the necklace. I still do need to wear. This is what I have.
Sure.
Yeah. Necklace
So
is
if
good.
Lisa loses, she gets your journal.
Yes.
I think we have a bet,
Journal
ladies
for
and
a
gentlemen.
necklace? I don't. What about your tie? That would make more sense. Necklace
I'll
for the
happily
tie.
give you the tie. Yeah.
I get uncomfortably close to Barney and look at the necklace. It's kind of,
does not respect
I'm
that.
trying to examine the stonework, the metalwork, see what's made. See, like, is it worth anything? Is it?
It's pretty wonderful looking, and in your drunken state, it just kind of hypnotizes you.
Huh. Okay.
It is nice, isn't it?
Well made.
And she just kind of tousles your head a little bit. All right, I'm going to go to the ring. She just runs over there, and she's going to try to hop into the ring. There's a little perimeter that you can jump into.
Lissa,
Oh, and she biffs it.
I need you to beat the shit out of this woman. For honor, for
Fetter,
glory.
Fetter,
Yes.
Dying.
I learned this from you.
Yes.
What's in it for me? Don't bullshit me with this honor and glory stuff. This isn't right.
Because she really wants to kill her, and we can't let her
I
kill
don't
her.
want to kill her, but
But it might happen.
You enjoy
Yusuf's
death.
here. Yusuf's got the safety brakes on for that. I think we're fine.
I just want you. I want you guys to know what we're getting into. I mean, I know I did a real bad job in the haberdashery.
No,
but I
I'm
did
saying
kill
I
those
have
spooky orb things.
Trust in you to do this.
Okay.
I don't know. What do you want?
I don't know. Just not honor and glory.
How about
Peace
I-
and respect.
How about her
I-
necklace?
No, I want
like
you to
this.
teach me stuff about tieflings.
yeah?
Okay.
Done. Sold.
Not tricksy stuff.
No tricks.
All right. We'll hit up the library like tomorrow or something. Okay.
Yeah. Ready to do it.
All right. Cool. Story time with Fetter.
Yeah. So in the ring, Barney pulls off her blouse. She's wearing enough wrapping underneath to keep things still a little modest. Yeah. She takes her shirt off, takes her boots off, and she's just hopping around like she knows how to prepare for a
Can I
fight.
just, before I get in the ring, can I like take a look around and like see like who's watching? What is the situation? I'm really worried I'm going to kill her.
Advantage.
Just kind of seeing what they're doing.
Yeah, is it like perception or investigation?
Investigation.
Okay.
Yeah, perception.
Investigation's better though.
Okay, investigation. Yes, you can roll whichever one's better.
Are there rules for this fight?
Just unarmed strikes.
No magic.
Yeah, no magic.
I got a 20 investigation.
Sure. Everyone is glad that someone's fighting. Everyone kind of looks over with interest. They kind of start sizing up Barney, and they're looking for whoever's going to compete against her.
No one's like sinister or anything.
No.
Okay.
Everyone, you get the sense that everyone's trying to keep this energy going, this drunken fighting thing going on. They're eager to see action
Okay.
with this level of low stakes.
Fetter, can I have a drink?
Of course. Same flask.
Take a swig from Fetter's flask, and then I head into the ring.
Cool. And then you just roll initiative.
15.
15.
If we were sitting there cheering her, would she get a buff?
Well, depending on how do you mean? What kind of cheer would
Do you think she needs a buff?
I mean, you never
She's
know.
going to
need her to
destroy
need a
this
buff.
woman.
I need you to do it.
You could jinx it with too much overconfidence.
Yeah, I like remember my rolls.
Yeah. I do.
This is interesting. This could go. Yeah.
This could be very bad.
All right. Yeah. We both.
Well, I mean, if we were going like, yeah, Lisa, hook her in the face or something like that, would she get maybe an advantage on her attack roll?
I think
Trying
that
to
might be it.
WWE this thing.
I would say what we'll do is we'll throw in a lair action for this. At the top of the round, you guys will come up with your best WWE type thing, your best slogan, saying your cheer or whatever, and if it's good enough, Lisa gets advantage.
Is there extra credit for referencing classic wrestling matches? Because I'll do it. And no one will get it, but I'll feel good.
Some of our listeners might. Wink, wink. Subscribe.
Yes,
Do we subscribe? Yes, we do.
this will be a team effort on your part, so you guys can work together on your thing. But it'll be a top of the action, top of the round.
Fantastic.
So you both are in the ring. You and Barney get ready to spar. Due to the rolls, it's Barney's turn first. She's going to try to do an unarmed strike on you.
Yeah, sparring. That's what's happening.
19.
That hits.
So she hits you for 1.
That's really.
Yeah. She comes in and just gives you a nice little punch on the cheek, and it hurts, but you realize that there's not as much power behind that. And suddenly you're thinking, what does she want? Like, this is weird.
What is this, guys? I'm going to do an unarmed strike, obviously.
And since you're a monk, just so you know.
Oh,
Yes.
that's a nat 20.
And what were you saying, since I'm a monk?
All your flurry of blows and all that monk shit isn't magical, so it works. You can still use it.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Like, my key points aren't magic. Yeah, they're key.
Yeah.
I just rolled a nat 20.
Nat 20? Yeah. All right.
Woo!
Hit a
This bard's about to
Now we're
feel
up to
like the
2.
bad guy in Dirty Harry. I paid for it. Give me it all.
Oh, my God.
Thump.
Okay.
Oh yeah, she's hopping around. She's waiting for the next strike, just
And it's-
with almost a perverse sense of excitement.
It's double dice, right?
Yeah.
6.
6 damage. This fight won't last too long.
Oh,
No, she's got some hit point, but like you come in, you're doing a punch or a kick.
She hit my face, so I just reflexively go for hers.
Okay, yeah. With
Wham!
yeah, as soon as after she hit you, you take a split second to recover, and then just hit her back with the opposite hand. And she just, in like those videos of the slap fights where there's one person who is like whatever, and the other person
Like
who
those
stumbles.
Russian videos.
Those Russian videos. She just staggers back, and you just hear fuck. She recovers briefly.
I mean, I automatically get a bonus action. So
Yeah.
It was a 1-2. I'm gonna
1-2?
I'm gonna go for the cross.
She recovers, and you go for the 1-2.
13.
13. Not quite.
Okay, cool.
So the second punch, just because she threw herself back, the attack goes wild, and that brings us to the top. What is everyone else cheering?
So first, I'm going to just while that first interaction's going, I'm gonna lean down to Tazin and be like, I need you to listen to me very carefully.
Uh-huh.
A, we definitely need that necklace. B, by the end of the night, we have to try to get her pants.
What do you want with her pants?
This isn't creepy. I know it looks weird.
Uh-huh.
But help me out, and it'll be good for all of us.
I just put one of my fingers to my lips, like really expecting something great to come out. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Pants.
Space
Okay.
pants.
Okay.
Pants.
So I turn and
necklace,
I yell.
pants.
I yell at Lisa, knock her pants off. Woo!
All right.
And then I'm gonna go a little bit of thaumaturgy. I'm gonna try to throw my voice a little and be like, oh my gosh, she's got a kendo stick.
Oh God.
Yusuf, are you helping Bramran? You guys can help your friends get this advantage for Lisa?
I am not. I'm sorry. I'm not picking sides at this point. I'm kind of a little bit more of a fanboy of Barney.
Hey man, go with your girl.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of curious. I'm not exactly excited by the violence though. You can kind of see that on my face.
Okay.
With a persuasion of a 17, I'm gonna yell out, everybody give it up from the ghostly gazelle from the south. And then I start clapping, just in rhythm.
Oh,
Nice.
slow clap? Yeah. We'll get a slow clap going.
That one's a dope.
Sure, I will help you with any sort of,
Yeah.
if any rolls happen here.
You guys have earned that advantage for Lisa for this.
Yeah, slow clap.
Thanks, guys.
Let's see. 13?
That hits.
She comes in for this time, yeah, she comes in for another punch. Just goes right for the face again. Just at first you think she's kind of gonna be hesitant about it, but then she comes in for another wallop for one damage, and she's just like, oh yeah, okay.
Shake it off, Lisa. Shake it off.
So for my first strike with advantage, 14.
Not quite.
Oh dang! I'm gonna do my bonus action.
Sure.
That only gets 1. That'd be an 8.
8.
I'm gonna go with I'm pulling punches.
Okay.
Totally. 'Cause
You
I
miss,
feel
and
kinda
she
bad.
looks a little surprised. Let's see. So she'll go next. For sake of time, we'll do this every other round for the funny.
Oh, sure.
13
Yeah, that hits.
goes in for another punch.
Jesus. I still hit her more in 1 punch than she has in 3. Do I get advantage again or just?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, 16.
Definitely hits.
All right, cool. 4.
4. Cool.
All right, and then I'm going to hit her again. That doesn't hit. That's
Nope.
a 9.
Okay, you go in for the 1-2 punch. You still just get the 1. It's a good wallop, though. She just, again, like, oh. Now it's up to you guys. What are you guys saying? The advantage is worn off.
Okay, so you really need to tell me why you want those pants.
What if I were to tell you that she stole them from someone that I know?
Oh, I was thinking you were going to wear them.
I mean, I can do that too, but...
I mean, you would be so fashionable. We could get you shoes that match.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, the suit
Maybe a corset.
This is a custom, but yeah, maybe.
You gotta have multiple clothes. Val.
Right, I know.
That's a good point. I need multiple clothes.
Right, we'll go shopping
All right.
after pants.
After pants.
Shopping after pants.
After the pants are ours. Okay.
What are you shouting?
Sweep the leg, Lissa. That's not wrestling, but
Good enough. I'll allow it.
Sport.
I will allow it.
kumate, kumate.
Drop kicker.
Barney comes in for a kick this time. She just gets you one square in the gut for 18 to hit, 1 hit point. And you get the sense that she's having fun with this, and you don't understand this.
I am so confused right
Yeah.
now. All right, I'm just going to hit her again
Go
because
ahead.
I'm just very confused.
Your hits are landing really good on her.
21.
That definitely hits.
Yeah.
You should use some monk stuff.
6.
6?
How's she looking after that one hit?
Not so good. She's starting to wheeze, and you see a little bit of blood coming out of her mouth a little bit.
I'm you know what? I'm already in it, so I'm going to go for the second strike this time.
Okay.
It's not a big deal. That was a 6.
6? No. Cool. She's going to... She too misses. Coming back to you. She goes in for the hit, and just you see her coming a mile away and dodge it with ease.
All right. That would be a 13.
13. Not quite.
Okay.
No.
And then I'm going to go again for my bonus action. 19.
That does hit.
All right, cool.
She is not looking too well.
All right. 5.
You get a just another punch you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get her square in the middle of the face with just a good jab. She falls back a little bit and just like she's stunned for a second. She's starting to kind of get a little fuzzy.
This is where like my kind of fight training kicks in, and I'm going to spend a key point to hit her again.
Okay.
Knock her out.
Okay.
You get advantage. Yeah.
Specify non-lethal damage.
I'm specifically not specifying non-lethal damage, you guys. I'm expending a key point for a final blow, I think. Is anyone going to stop me?
No. Nope,
Okay.
not at all.
All right. That's cocked. Can I re-roll?
Yes.
Okay.
Cocked, lock, and ready to rock.
Okay, cool. Well, good news is I got a 9, so...
No, that misses.
All right, 6.
Yeah, no, for some reason her stagger just is enough to throw you off. And that question in your mind of, should I do this? Should I just keep going? Gives you enough pause for her to dodge your shot.
Do I see that she was very, very close to killing the...
Closer to unconsciousness, not necessarily like a killing blow. But still, she's in a pretty rough shape. Barney's going to try and recover enough, and yeah, her punch goes wild. She's kind of punching at air.
Okay.
Lisa, your turn.
All right. 19.
That does hit.
All right. 3 damage.
Yeah, you get a good hit on her, and she falls to one knee.
Okay, well, I am going in for my bonus action.
Okay. Does anyone else have something to say to throw in on the fight?
That was a 20.
20?
Well,
I mean, not that it's needed, but I want to hear what you got.
On the fight,
Yeah.
if she's just laying into her,
4 damage.
4 damage?
Because I might expand another key point. Like, I'm in it now.
oh sure.
She falls to her hands with that one good punch. Like, you kind of punch down on her, and she's like now on her hands and knees, and she's about one good hit away from unconsciousness.
I stand up and start walking towards her.
I'll put a hand out
It's over.
and I'll just go, the cream rises to the top. Ooh, yeah.
I'm going to take a second key point.
So, I mean, if you're serious about trying to stop this from happening, are you rolling any like checks of just pushing through, or is this more of just like you were trying to express your displeasure?
I'm adamant that this fight is over.
Okay, so he's kind of trying to push
I'm
past
starting
you.
to
so-
walk. I'm stagger, kind of a little zigzaggy line.
Okay.
So
Towards the two fighters.
yeah, so there's a ring, yeah.
Yeah.
So by the time he gets to the ring, I'm gonna slide up next to him, and we can sleight of hand this all day, but there's the point of a dagger in his ribs.
So you've drawn on him as this one
Yeah,
action.
just like so. So
you've moved
outward
to the
presenting,
ring. Uh-huh.
Outward presenting. If he's up against the edge,
Okay.
There's a hand on his shoulder, and I've kind of pulled him in close to me, like, "Oh, easy, friend," and that's very jovial. And then the whisper is, "Let's not get too excited. Honest competition is good for everyone."
And because of his excellent cheer, do I get advantage spending this key point for a final blow?
Yes, you do. So we'll consider this the last thing. You made your move to stop it. You guys are kind of locked in that thing.
Because she kind of hears me go, knock her out and stop.
That'd be good. 15?
15 just hits.
Okay. Fuck.
There would have been some issues if you critted, but
5.
5. You raise your leg up and knock her out. She's out.
Drop kick, yeah.
Out.
She's unconscious, yeah.
Sometimes the night in the town doesn't go the way you might expect. Sometimes it ends with you slumped over in an alley somewhere, festering in your own puke. And sometimes you get the shit kicked out of you by a tiefling monk. If you want to hear what happens next, be sure to come back to this very spot with 2 barrels of ale, and I'll tell you more about these demon days.